Hey y'all, I'm back. What's up? I finally made it to my kitchen. I just got my lipstick done. I used my Libra lip gloss. Now I'm going to show you what anxiety is like with an egg. And as you can see, I've cleaned my house. It's clean. My counters are clean. My stove is clean. Everything is clean. Okay? So, in the mornings, you start out, I have to start in the morning because if I start at night, this egg's not going to be in one piece. So, in the morning, you start out, you're whole, Nothing has messed with your brain yet. You wake up, it's a new day, you're feeling pretty positive, you're happy, and you just want to get through the day. Okay, now I take my anxiety medication at night, so that way it helps me sleep and it helps me during the day as well. But you may be different, and that is okay. There's no wrong or right to anxiety at all. Okay, so when we start out, we're just this beautiful egg, nothing wrong at all. Then comes time to get your kids ready for school. Time to get you stuff, chores done, whatever you're running. By the end of all of that, by the time you're ready to sit down and take a break, guess what? You're not completely broken, but you are cracked. Okay. You do have cracks here and there. There's cracks in this now. You are cracked just a little bit. But you're still okay. You take a deep breath. You find your ways to alleviate your anxiety. You listen to music. You do something to make yourself feel better. You exercise. You cook. You clean. Whatever makes you feel better. And there's still small crack, but you're for the most part you're still okay. You're still in pretty good shape, right? Still one whole thing. Not only that, if I put it back in the refrigerator, it'll be okay until I cook it. All right. Now, say something else comes along in the afternoon. Your kids get home from school. They're fighting, they're bitching, they're going on and on about all their drama at school. You have a million papers to sign and grade and go through and homework, and you know that you still have dinner to make, and you know that you still have laundry to finish, and you know that you still have things to do, and you become a little more cracked. Okay? You become a little more cracked. Now, you're still okay. But now, your anxiety is starting to seep through a little bit more. You are cracked. You're starting to feel the effects of your anxiety. Then say, something comes along, you're scattered all around the house, and, somebody comes in the kitchen and they spill something all over your clean floor. There's another crack. Now, it hasn't broke you yet, but now you are fully cracked. And I love how this egg is just going along with this, okay? This is one egg. I haven't changed it out. This is one egg. Okay, now you see, you're cracked, but you're not bad yet. Okay, so you managed to make it through the night, through the afternoon, the evening. You serve everybody. You don't have time to think because you're so busy. Well, then let's get to bedtime. Okay? Now, bedtime is where anxiety can be the worst, because your brain doesn't have the outlets, the ways to cope at night. Your mind is open to whatever your brain wants to think up. Okay? You end up with, thinking about things that should happen, thinking about things that did happen, thinking about things that might happen, thinking about things that really, really are just, they make no sense, but they're there. Okay, they make no damn sense at all, but they're there, and they're there to aggravate you. And then it's just endless carousel. Endless train of crap rolling around in your head, keeping you awake. Now, what does that do to your anxiety? It splatters it. I guess I put it on my phone, but it's okay. I'll clean it up. So, you end up splattered everywhere. Okay? It messes with you. You can't sleep anymore. Thank God for an OtterBox. You can't sleep anymore. You're, like, anxious. Your heart starts to race. You get hot. You can't sleep. You're just all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get that egg off my phone. It wasn't much, but you're just, you're all over the place. You're just not feeling it, and it's just how it is. Now, if you go back to our egg here, you see it's broken. Your anxiety has finally reached its breaking point. Okay, that looks really freaking gross. And mind you, this was a clean counter, but I'm doing this for an experiment, okay? So, you were, you're still okay. But as you can see, your anxiety is now starting to, explode from the cracks, which might be your mind. You might be feeling the effects of it now. Okay, you're trying to sleep, but you can't sleep because this right here. You're you're just overwhelmed. There's just too much. And there's too much to hold back. That the cracks that are in your, in your persona are now, open. So whatever you might be feeling is starting to escape. Whatever you're feeling is starting to, basically show itself. So if you're anxious, you're probably sitting there and you're probably on the verge of a panic attack, okay? Now, a full-blown panic attack or anxiety attack, you get lost in these thoughts of, oh crap, what am I going to do? I have no idea how to take care of that. And it could just stem from your brain thinking things that make no damn sense to you, but they're there, okay? That's just how it is. That's what it's like to live with anxiety. You're never fully, okay. You can start out okay, but in the end, you end up with cracks, and you end up with everything spilling over. You're like a glass, if you fill it too full, what's going to happen? It spills over. Now, there is medicine you can take, and I do take medication, okay? So that might help with this. You might end up back to a good, shell again. But if you get to the point to where you're not taking medicine, you're not for sure what to do about it, you're not for sure how to get help, you don't know where to turn. That's when you go from being cracked to fully broken. Okay? And I have a mess on my counter now. But then you end up broken. Everything is all over the place, but you end up this empty shell of a person. Okay? You end up empty. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to think about. You don't know how to survive it because it's literally taking over your mind. It's taking over who you are. It's taking over everything. Now, when you get help, it takes time. It takes time to get back to, feeling okay. It takes time to get back to feeling like a normal person. And then you go back to where you have, the new egg. You end up going back to where you don't have any cracks. You don't have any spillage. You don't have any overwhelming senses. You manage to survive for a while, but there's always going to be something. It doesn't matter what it is. It's going to test your anxiety. Always. It's always going to test your anxiety. It doesn't matter what it is. Something is always going to test it. It depends on you how you deal with it. It's on you how you handle it. It's on you how you make the best of it. We have to live with this damn thing in our heads, and it's not fun. It's not something that I enjoy. It is not something that I wish on anybody, because in reality I don't. And last night I was in a pretty bad place. I couldn't sleep. My brain was doing that freaking carousel of crap. And that's what I call it. It's a carousel of crap because it goes around and around and around in your head and it drives you freaking insane. Okay? I know firsthand because I live with this crap every single day. It is not a choice. Anxiety is not a choice. Anxiety is, it's something that's completely out of your control. It's not something that you can say, oh, well, just get over it. You don't just get over anxiety. You don't just get over panic. Feeling panic attack, anxiety attack, whatever it may be. You don't just get over it. These are things where if you have people helping you that really, really appreciate you and really, really want to see you succeed, they'll make sure that you don't end up like this. They will do everything they can to make sure that you are mentally healthy, that you are physically healthy, and that you are emotionally healthy so that way you do not end up cracked and you do not end up broken. Because once you get to that point, that's where you need to seek help. That's where you need to seek, outside help. You need to talk to somebody that's not related to you or somebody that will understand. If you have a husband or a significant other that doesn't take your anxiety seriously, then that's only going to make your anxiety worse because you're going to worry about how you affect them. That's not okay. Your anxiety is not about anybody but you. However, it is up to those around you to support how you feel. So if you're having a bad day, make sure somebody's there for you. If they're not worth their time because that's just not okay. We're not trying to make people with anxiety feel bad. I'm trying to help people with anxiety understand. Or people who don't have anxiety but might have a loved one with anxiety understand what it's like to live with this illness. It is not fun. It is not something that I wish. It is not something that I'm faking. There's no such thing. You either have it or you don't. It's you. It's based on how you deal with it. That is the difference in anxiety. How you deal with it, I've got egg all over me. How you deal with it is what matters. That's what will help make your anxiety better, or that's what will hinder you getting the help that you need and making your anxiety worse. So, remember this video, and if you think you know somebody who has anxiety, feel free to show them this video. I'm all about helping. I'm all about doing the best that I can for people because I know what it's like to live with this. It is not fun. And I have 5 kids. I have a husband. I have a dog. I have 2 cats. I have, normal life here. Crazy, but semi-normal, okay? About as normal as I can be. But feel free to show this to somebody who might need help because, let me say, it's a nightmare not being able to control what goes on in your head. And just know that regardless, if nobody else is there for you, I'm here. I'm here all the time. You can DM me through my Instagram. You can follow. You can subscribe. You can, hit the post notification. And then that way when I do update about anxiety, you'll be able to see what I mean. Make sure that if you do have problems, you DM me. I'm okay with talking to people who might have it because I didn't have anybody there for me. And I know it's bullcrap because my husband's always busy and my kids are kids. So, if you need me, I'm here. Until my next video, I will see you guys later after I clean up this egg mess. I'm going to show this to you real quick. Look at this. I made a mess all over my clean counter. Have a good day, guys.